Can you believe that a legitimate Japanese female personal trainer only works 1 hour per day, yet has an annual salary as high as 200,000 renminbi? Today let's take a look at a day in the life of a Japanese female personal trainer. Every morning at 7 a.m., Yuko is woken up on time by her pet dog. After getting up, she scrolls through short videos in bed, plays with the dog for a while, and then gets out of bed. Then, she turns on the speaker to play some music, and a wonderful, pleasant day begins. Yuko, 27 years old this year, is still single, and lives in an apartment in Tokyo. After a simple wash-up, drinking a glass of plain water is a habit she has maintained for many years. This not only promotes blood circulation, but also helps the body eliminate toxins. Next, she feeds the dog first. After taking care of the pet's food, it's time to make her own breakfast. Unlike other office workers, Yuko has extremely high standards for breakfast. This is related to her past as a Japanese beauty pageant contestant. So, whether for her own sake, or for work reasons, she has always maintained her figure. For today's breakfast, she made herself salad and salmon. For her, whether she's free or busy, having a well-balanced breakfast every day is essential, and she greatly enjoys this process. She believes it's the most important thing of the day. After breakfast comes makeup time. But she doesn't need heavy makeup, so it only takes about 10 minutes. Then, she puts on a sports bra, adds a jacket, and she's ready. Before leaving, she tidies up the apartment simply, and also freshens her breath, completing her pre-departure preparations. Yuko's workplace is in Shibuya Ward, Tokyo's busiest area. Most office workers' commute time is at least an hour, or even longer, but Yuko only needs 20 minutes. She works at a private gym, co-founded by several personal trainers. They usually only receive member clients. Upon arriving, Yuko first changes into her workout clothes, then plans today's training regimen, based on the client's condition. Shortly after, the client arrives on time. Yuko's client is a Tokyo mother, who has been training with her for 2 years. The client's evaluation of Yuko is that she is both professional and unique. Furthermore, judging from the client's figure, Yuko's training qualifications are quite high level. Each training session lasts for 1 hour. After the session ends, the two have a brief exchange. After seeing the client off, Yuko begins her own training. She charges 9,000 yen per personal training session, which is nearly 500 Chinese yuan. However, to maintain quality, she currently only trains one client. After her own training, she thoroughly disinfects the entire gym before the others arrive. Initially, Yuko was not in the coaching industry. Having loved sports since childhood, she became a track and field athlete at 18. Later, due to injury, she had to retire. But during her own recovery period, she came into contact with knowledge in this field, and then began studying gradually, becoming a personal trainer. After leaving the gym after work, she first found a restaurant for lunch. Then, she prepared to take the subway home. It only takes a few minutes to walk from the subway station to her home, so by 2 p.m., she was already home. The pet dog, seeing its owner return, was so excited it almost broke out of its cage. Yuko understood its thoughts, so she put clothes on the dog and decided to take it out for afternoon tea. They finally went to a cafe, leisurely enjoying the beautiful afternoon. After sitting for a while, Yuko took the dog back home. The first thing upon entering was to clean the dog. This helps avoid bringing back bacteria. Immediately after, she started making dinner. As she prefers being alone, she rarely dines out with friends. As for the reason for wanting a dog, besides liking them, it also adds some liveliness to the home. Finally, after dinner, she cleans up a bit, then takes a hot shower, and Yuko gets into bed. She checks her phone for a while before sleeping. This is a day in the life of a Japanese female personal trainer. So, after watching this video, what do you think of such a life? A day in the life of a poor Japanese girl. Do you know how she spends her time? 8 a.m. A girl named Sakura slowly wakes up in her camper van. She is 23 years old this year. Right after graduating from university, she opened a beauty salon in Tokyo, but eventually closed it due to the pandemic, and returned to live in the countryside of Hokkaido. However, after staying there too long, she felt like going out to explore, so she chose to travel on a budget in her camper van. She is currently in Yokohama City, Japan. To save money, she usually sleeps in the vehicle in the mornings. As for brushing teeth and washing up, she uses public restrooms. Although her vehicle looks small, Sakura has made some modifications to it. It might not be as spacious or comfortable as some better camper vans, but for her, it has everything she needs. Since starting her journey, Sakura has driven this vehicle for 1,100 kilometers. However, she currently has no specific destination. Instead, she goes wherever the mood takes her. Along the way, although her mind feels relaxed, her body, from long hours of driving, is somewhat worn out. To relieve her fatigue, Sakura decided to return to Hokkaido the next morning. This ferry journey takes about 20 hours. It also allows her to rest properly on the ship. Once in her room on the ship, Sakura quickly lies down to rest. She had forgotten how long it had been since she last slept on such a comfortable bed. Perhaps this is the price paid for freedom. But when she planned to go to the ship's restaurant for a good meal, she found the food prices were beyond her budget. In the end, she could only go to the deck to enjoy the sea breeze. To minimize energy consumption, during the 20-hour ferry ride, Sakura mostly stayed in her room sleeping and barely moved around. After all, her initial goal was just to get a good sleep and enjoy scenery not visible from the road. After a comfortable 20 hours, Sakura drove her small car to continue her journey from the port. Her next intended destination is a small city. According to Sakura, the life she leads now was something she never imagined before graduation. Originally, her focus was entirely on planning how to make money. She didn't expect to hit a wall right at the start of her venture, but after returning to Hokkaido and living in the countryside for a while, she discovered that a simpler life could also bring happiness. At the same time, heavy fog on the highway made it hard to see the road ahead. Considering driving safety, Sakura finally chose to find a nearby parking lot and stopped to rest for the night. She was already accustomed to such unexpected situations. Plus, her vehicle was fully stocked with items, from clothes for all seasons to various cooking equipment. After parking, Sakura got out to take a walk, stretching her body. Then, she returned to the vehicle, took out all her things, and leisurely brewed herself a pot of tea. Every time Sakura stops to rest somewhere, she starts with a pot of tea. It helps her feel calm and peaceful. And in the hot summer, a sip of tea is very comforting. Apart from some essential tools, inside Sakura's vehicle, there are even semi-ripe corn and tomatoes. These little things not only provide a bit of companionship at night, but also let Sakura snack on them in her spare time. After tasting a tomato and finding it delicious, she tried a bite of the unripe corn. Instantly, her whole mouth felt astringent. Sakura expressed that, although life on the road is tough, being able to see the scenery along the way has brought significant changes to her state of mind. To ensure she has sufficient funds, Sakura also films videos to upload online, earning a meager income from traffic revenue. This is a day in the life of a poor Japanese girl traveling on a budget. So, after watching this video, what do you think of this lifestyle? Feel free to leave a comment below. Do you know how a Japanese full-time mother spends her day? Let's find out. Every morning at 5:30, Komo, a 27-year-old mother, wakes up on time. She goes to the bathroom, and after washing up, puts the dirty clothes in the washing machine. But to avoid waking her husband and child, she must complete the washing by hand. Then, applying delicate makeup is also essential. After that, it's time to prepare the husband's lunchbox. As is well known, in Japanese culture, preparing the husband's lunchbox daily is a duty the wife must fulfill well. Today, she makes grilled salmon rolls for her husband, rolled omelette, sausages, and some side dishes. She also prepares the child's complimentary food at the same time. Although Komo's child is only 7 months old, he has already started eating complimentary food. By 7 o'clock, Komo picks up the child, even though she doesn't go to work, and the child doesn't need to go to school. To maintain a good routine, she basically doesn't let the child sleep in. Then, the husband also gets up. After the child wakes up, it's mealtime. Like all mothers, feeding the child is not a simple task. A small bowl of food takes at least an hour to finish feeding. After the husband washes up, he chooses to go for a light morning run before work, since the child isn't fully weaned yet. Besides complimentary food, Komo also breastfeeds the child on schedule. After handling the child's matters, Komo starts busy with housework. By now, the husband has finished his morning run. Komo's husband runs several chain restaurants. He is usually very busy, even on weekends and holidays. But whenever he has time, he spends it with his wife and child. By 9 o'clock, it's the couple's breakfast time. But Komo still can't eat peacefully, because the child didn't eat much earlier, so now she has to feed him more complimentary food. Half an hour later, the husband leaves for work. After seeing the husband off, Komo lets the child take a nap. To help the child sleep soundly, she turns on a white noise machine, and remains quiet during this time. This helps train the child to sleep at specific times. Of course, she doesn't stay idle during this period. Instead, she starts busying herself quietly, tiptoeing around. After all, there are too many things to do in a day, keeping her schedule fully packed. Since she has a gathering with friends today, Komo styles her hair in a traditional Japanese updo. Then, she puts on a kimono. Before marriage, Komo was a geisha. This led her to become a kimono dressing teacher after marriage. Nowadays, many young people in Japan don't even know the correct way to wear a kimono. Komo's profession is teaching people how to wear kimonos, and her reputation is quite good. Thus, while taking care of her child, she has her own career. Finally, after packing her and the child's outing essentials, she picks up the sleepy child. She gives the child cute twin tails, and then heads out to meet friends. Since Tokyo's subway is very crowded during peak hours, Komo deliberately avoids rush hour to make it easier to travel with the child. The restaurant they choose for the gathering today is also one of her husband's. Although gatherings with friends are rare after marriage, even when they have time to eat together, they discuss childcare and complain about small family matters. By 1:30 p.m., the two start preparing to go home separately. Komo plans to go to the supermarket first to buy some needed ingredients. It's not until 3 p.m. that she returns home. The first thing upon arriving home is changing the child's diaper. Then, it's time for breastfeeding. After that, she needs to go to the dry cleaner downstairs. Upon returning, she needs to busy herself making dinner. During this time, the child needs to play within Komo's sight. Tonight, she prepares spinach porridge and pan-fried fish fillets for the child. No matter when, raising a child requires great patience. Believe that all mothers understand this deeply, because dinner time is the busiest at the restaurant. The husband basically cannot come home to eat together. By 6 o'clock, after bathing the child, Komo carries the child and reads some baby books. She believes this can cultivate the child's reading habit from a young age. Half an hour later, she puts the child in the crib. Even if he can't fall asleep yet, during this period, no matter how much the child cries, Komo will choose to ignore it. This helps the child develop the habit of sleeping independently. During this time, she completes any unfinished housework. By 9:30 p.m., the husband returns home. At this time, Komo brings out the dinner she prepared for her husband and accompanies him while he eats. This short time is the couple's alone time during the day. After watching this video, here comes the question. Compared to Chinese mothers, which life do you think is more tiring?